Can you hear me? Yeah, we're on. We're good. What's going on, guys? Just want to tell some of my community that you're on, that we're on. Can you guys hear me okay? Plugging should be okay, but just give me a just let me know real quick. All right. Well, hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, let me know. Um, Hover made its move. Yeah, Hover. What a story with Hover. That was the number one today. I know, right? Being patient. I always believe buying Hover below $2 is one of the easiest things I've ever done. Every time it went below $2, I always bought this thing, and it finally paid off. I knew one day it would just go parabolic. So that was today, I know. I made that video and it was $1.86. So at 312, yeah, it doubled almost. But the real one is gonna be Redwire. I mean, this was the we I was so proud of this one. This was the number one breakout that I looked at for such a long time. This is exactly how you want it to look like closing this week. So you could see we just have from here just a beautiful green candle with a really long wick. Definitely probably going to hit 20 soon. I had the a June call, a July call, and an August call. Um, What do we do now? Oh, with hover? Yeah, probably. Yeah. After a small cap goes like 25%, I usually just cut half of it immediately. Like for something like hover, you know. Um, because you never know what's going to happen the next day. So I always cut half. Same thing I did with NVTS today. I finally sold. I had the double leveraged NVTS. Wow, this thing just keeps going. Oh my goodness. We're almost at 30. This was at 8 not too long ago, right here. It was at 8. I made so many videos when it was at $8 too on this thing. And now it's at 30. My God. Um, a lot of those plays were like under $10 or all of those like top three stocks under $10. They all played out. Um, I did get into Nvidia today for July calls. I think we're going to stay around 215, 216, and I'm going to swing that out. Hopefully, we'll get a nice little swing on Nvidia. Something like this. Up, down, and around. Oops. Something like this. But this morning with my group, I did QBTS, stuck to the quantums. And we did this whole move this morning on QBT. This was a short squeeze. You could see the buying pressure come in yesterday, and then with the government and everything, this had a clear shot too, all the way up to 32 was this next resistance. I said it in the video yesterday, so I hope you guys saw that. Um, Played IBM a little bit yesterday. I'm gonna wait for IBM to get above its daily 200 moving average. I'm gonna wait just a little longer. I want it to get above. I want it to take some of this sell pressure out, and then we can get another squeeze going up to 300. What are you guys talking about? Micron and Qualcomm scares me. I can't really pinpoint their averages. So instead of playing Micron, I play DRAM. So whenever there's a little pullback on Micron or DRAM, I buy it. sorry, a little bit. I buy a little bit of their options, a little bit near-term options, and so I'm going to keep this. I like this setup actually. This is the memory or the RAM ETF. We went right through here, came back and touched today. We could definitely keep going into next week. So I'm going to keep my 529s on this. Qualcomm. This did really well today. A lot of people in my group caught this morning. You know, the probably the better play was the double leverage Qualcomm. I forgot what the symbol is, but that was probably a good play in the morning. If you don't know what options to play, you could have done the double leverage Qualcomm. Because when something goes off like this, you could do that and then put a stop loss right below it and then just see what happens. So the news today, multi-year deal uh, with Stellantis. I don't know what that is. Stellantis deepens AI vehicle. So they got an AI vehicle partnership. That's what happened here. Without this is what I hope Nvidia does, right? You see how we went up, down, and around, swung back up. That's what I'm hoping Nvidia could do. Also, ASTS continue to go higher. You can see right here. We really, really just pushed it here. Give me 1 second. All right. So at the beginning of the week, I thought ASTS had a pretty good possibility. So that really helped. That it finally got there. That morning where it dropped all the way to here, I wish I had ASTS longer term because I would have kept it. But remember how I said that ASTS should get back up to these levels? Or I don't know. Maybe you guys weren't there. I don't know. QUBT. Yeah, QUBT, if it next week stays above the 200, this would be a good stock to buy, QUBT. Just buy the shares and just keep it for a little while, see what happens, you know? And then once there's a big turn down, then just dump the shares. But yeah, QUBT is a very volatile one. It could get all the way up to the 20s. So this is the, that one in Rigetti also ran today. I messed up a little bit on the expiration for this, but this went up all day also, Rigetti. Huge movement today. All of Quantum is running. So it's really that easy now, I think. Government says they're going to get $2 billion, and the entire Quantum uh, goes off. QC was the new one. This might be an interesting stock to buy into next week also. This was at 38 cents and then it got all the way up to $5. So it's an interesting one to consider. I think Ondis also came back. No. All right, never mind. But eventually it will. At some point in the future it will. I'm just happy that the Redwire play worked out for everyone. That was my number one play. I set this up exactly how I wanted. I love these big swings and breakouts in a trending industry. This will work most of the time. Trending industry plus trending stock. Also, Rocket Lab went higher. Any pullback on Rocket Lab absolutely just explodes now. So I'm telling you, the SpaceX IPO, all of these space stocks are going to continue to go up. Every week, there's some really easy catalyst for something in one trending industry. But I also did get another XLE call for oil stocks going in over the break. I think it's going to do something like this. We had a breakout, came back down to touch the moving averages, and then we should start to move higher. So I got a June call. So hopefully within the next like 6 or 7 trading days, we could get back up to 63 or something like that. What would you say the target percentage for RDW is in general? I mean, just up to the like any other breakout of a triangle. It'll just get to the top of it. Probably I'm saying 20 around here. Somewhere between 1850 and 2050. So let's call it like 19. It could go all the way up to 24 though, or 22 to 24, you know? It's hard to say. But these are the ones that I always do the best in at this point. If the market is somewhat bullish and there's a catalyst like SpaceX and a trending industry like space, people are always going to look at what the next best stock is under $20, and that's Redwire. So, and I love the fact that it was like in any of these breakouts, it gets pushed right to the end right here. So you have all this build-up pressure right here, and then boom. So that worked out well. Let's see what's happening on Trader Daddy Pro. Oh, 1.2 million. Somebody bought or someone place bought the VIX. MRAM calls. NVIDIA. I looked at the ones that are scored the highest here. Amazon. Ooh, XLF calls for financials. The banks, Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs are at all-time highs right now. So this actually is a possibility that this could move higher. Let's look at Morgan Stanley real quick. All-time highs. Yeah, big banks will always get bigger. All of these were little breakouts. See? This didn't really happen until we got into here. But at some point we pushed up and broke all of that, and now we're moving upwards on all-time highs. We could go all the way up to 107 here. This would be a nice little option push. But I want to stay in trending industries. I like that QUBT play actually. Let me check IonQ. IonQ also looks pretty good. All of these quantum stocks will do pretty well, I would imagine. Let's see what other. Also, this is good too. We have high momentum. We have rising green volume. We have all of this buying pressure right underneath it, breaking this huge area right here. This could just keep going. If it breaks 65, IonQ is going to 80. That's for sure. Let me check the other sectors. Healthcare is up a lot today. Wow, technology, no surprise. Industrials, utilities, energy, everything is up except for communication services, which kind of, I guess, I don't know about that. Cybersecurity is up a lot. Software, IGV, that was the one I've been in for a while. Software, right at this resistance, trying to break it. See if we get there. I have one more contract left on IGV. So the only things I'm going to keep probably IGV. I'm probably going to keep DRAM. I'm going to keep my XLE call. Oh, I do have one IWM call that I wanted to hold also, just in case we kept going higher. But if there's a big retracement, like I think this could go higher. I might put like a big out of the money SPY put just in case, like a $50 SPY put for a hedge at the end of the day. It does look like the market wants to push higher though. I don't know. At this point, I kind of got out of most of the red wire plays. That was what I was most heavy in. So I have an August red wire. And I have the IWM, the XLE call. So just want to check to see if there's anything else that if there's any other tickers you guys want me to look up, I'll definitely do that. Oh, BBAI, I still have RR. Oh, I also got into Tesla, but so we'll look at a Tesla chart real quick. Tesla. Tesla looks strong. I think Tesla, we took out yesterday's high. Tesla could, this is a nice little swing right here. You guys see it? A little shaky, but I could do that again a little bit better. Something like that. So Tesla could definitely get back up there. I have Tesla, Nvidia. So I might do an IWM call for next week. So just having so many of these, this actually looks really good. We could definitely push on up to this level. I do think we could do maybe, I don't want to do a SPY put, but I might do it just because I have so many positions in right now. Sometimes you do have to close the shop at the end of the day, but I'd feel a little bit better just in case SPY opened down on Tuesday for some odd reason. Like I'm talking about like a $60 SPY put, right? So it would be something like this. Something like this. And then if it would be like a May 26th put just in case, or a May 27 maybe. Probably May 26th. So if we open like 1% or let's say we open up 0.7% down, I'd be up 120%. Or let's find a $50 one. This one, the 735s. If we open down 7%, I'd be up 166%, or I would be up like $76. So it's like if anything, I lose the 50, or I might make $50 prop. It's just a little hedge. Like it's nothing crazy, you know? And if anything, if this pops upwards, I have the IWM call and I'll just take the loss on you know what I'm gonna do? I think it might be better actually if I do oops, where am I? The IWM no, a spy. Hold on a second. I could do the May 27 to give myself one more day, and then I could do the SPY put for let's say $58, 732s. If we go down, sorry, it's the other, yeah, if we go down 6%, it would be about $70 of profit. If we go down 0.5%, I would get 50. It's not bad. I might do that. I don't want to do it, but got to keep the business functional, you know? That's what I was thinking today. I just wanted to get out of a lot of these positions, but leave some runners just in case, and then maybe a tiny hedge at the end of the day, just so we could have a good 3-day weekend. Remember, the market is closed, the American holiday, Memorial Day. So, just to let you guys know, if there's anything that you want to get out of or anything that, can wait till Tuesday. I don't think there's anything really to enter right now. What is it? CHPY? CHPY. Okay. I don't like these yield maxing ones. They never work out. I've yet to see like somebody actually have these yield maxing ones work. These are all new. I don't know. I don't know this. I stay away from the yield maxing things, but if it works for you, I'm glad it works for you. It looks cool though. It looks just like SOXX. This is a crazy push right here. This was 340 to 537. It's kind of like Micron. Micron went from 325 to 820. It's wild. It's like a stock going from like 3 to 8. But I think just like SanDisk, Micron will probably make its way up to 1,000. I don't see any other way that it doesn't. It would be really confusing if Micron did not make its way there. Are we going back into QBTS? No. Maybe QUBT if you want a quantum stock, yeah. But I don't think I'm going back into this. There's a good possibility. It's so volatile right now. It's at the end of the day. I'm not trying to take huge shots, but I understand what you're saying. If you go down, if this support holds right here, it's a good stop loss. Actually, this stop loss always aligns with what I'm thinking. If it holds this, this will continue to go up. This can swing back up. We could take a quick look at it though. It says avoid entry because it's so overbought. That's why. It has a 30 call wall for this. You could see the $30 one. We will get there. We'll get to 30 or 32. No, we're gonna get to about 31.50 again. But I don't know. If I want a longer term play, like for shares, I would do QUBT. It has more room to run. It's not as strong as QBTS, but it has more room. Like this, if it finishes over the 200 daily, we could just keep going on this. This could just keep going all the way back up again. Also, we could do let me just check BBAI again. That was trying today, BBAI. We got above this pretty quickly and then retreated. It's trying to break out also. It's breakout season, so everything's breaking out. RR is trying to break out also. We get this going, this could go all the way to like $6 or $7. It's at 226 right now. Let's check on SoundHound. I haven't looked at that stock in a while. It's just not doing it. Can't do it. Sorry, SoundHound. Yeah, Hover. If you're still in Hover, I would sell half right here. We're right at this big resistance point at 329. Anytime Hover goes up, like you see, Hover went up over here and went right back down. Like, I would sell half of it at this point. I also got out of NVTS. NVTS got to 30. But you could see, guys, look, here's your break. This is 3, right? Watch. Here's our breakout here. We went sideways, went back to touch the 20 moving average, came back up. That made it a power of 3. 1, 2. Here is 3. And then from there, we have your stage 2. That created a lot of unusual buying pressure. So we have levels of it. 1, 2. And here's our third extension candle going up. So you guys can see the progression. It was pretty spot on. Let's take a look at any unusuals going on right now. Uh, Nvidia as a bearish call. Oh, they sold calls. Okay. So Dell got a big push today too. I feel like Nokia and Dell, IBM, it really is like we're going back to 1999 here. Anybody feel that way? It's another breakout. Look, here's your breakout above the structure. The 20 moving average as support. We touched it. Went a little bit higher, and there's your breakout with unusual buying, and then we popped up today and ran. A lot of these pop up and runs. We also have big green volume pushing it now too. A lot of these, we're starting to come out with a automated bot that after we enter the trade, as it goes up throughout the day or in the morning, it'll just trail the stop. So like this kept going, it would always just trail it as it goes higher. So no matter what, we would catch all of these pop and runs. Because the worst thing that could happen is the stop loss is right below where it popped up for the day. So at the low or the entry or low of the day, that's where the stop loss would be. So, maybe some of these get stopped out, but the vast majority that pop and run, you'll at least have a uh, you'll at least have a stop loss that trails it for the rest of the day. Sorry, I'm starting to get tired and losing my voice a little bit now. Um, QQQ, we're starting to push back down a little bit. We got to about we almost got to 725, which is up here. Couldn't get there today. Sort of a sideways day. It just kind of depend what industries you were in. Space did really well. Quantum did really well. And that's why I really just concentrate on trending industries. Because if you concentrate on trending industries, it's really not that difficult. You just pick them up as they're trending. VCX finally had a little bit of a break today too. This is my favorite one to dollar cost average into. I did it every week since it basically came out. And I have at this point, my cost basis is like $100, 105 or something. It's at 266 now. But this has Anduril, this has SpaceX and Anthropic, OpenAI, Databricks, Ramp, Datadogs. So it's a lot of pre-IPOs that this has that will only continue to get bigger. Do you guys have any others that you want me to look at? Because I'm just going to keep going around here. Amazon also, yeah, you could see the next level was at 269. So I have an alert right above that. If it gets above that and starts to break, I'm going to play Amazon from 270 to 276. And that might not seem like a lot to you, but in options, it would be a lot. So I could do, when that happens, I could do a June 18, go out here maybe to 280. It's $370. And we get to 276. That's Amazon going up 3%. That would be $326 in pure profit. So it's a little under 100% or like 90% profit. Let's see what else. Let me just check my watch list real quick. But I think we only have about 40 more minutes till a 3-day weekend. And we crushed it this week. It was a really good week. FJet is up 37%, Hover up 24, NVTS up 20, RDW up 15. Wow. So of the top 10, I had one, two, three. I didn't have Qualcomm, four. We did a QBTS too. ASTS I had earlier this week. Rocket Lab, Fluence. All of these are up 8% or higher. Peloton is up 10%. Who buys a Peloton? Does anybody know anyone that bought a Peloton within the last like year or year and a half? AEHR is starting to move. That'll be interesting. Let's see, AEHR and AAOI. This looks a lot better. Here's a possibility. The problem is the options are really expensive, but this is a floating doji candle. This will get up here. Stage 3 up here, an extension. We've gone over this so many times. We're looking at Mercando Life. Okay. I like AEHR right here. I also I think Intel here is really good. This can continue higher. Um, Intel's so expensive though. But this is going to pop up again. We're set up to pop. Melly, yeah. Nobody, this is an alcohol company, right? Oh, this broke down hard. Yeah, I can't get into this. What about, I think AAOI might be good too. Wow, this thing just goes up. This went from 13 all the way up to 234. AAOI looks great. I might get some AAOI and AEHR shares at the end of the day too. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to get in the game a bit. NBIS, what happened to this one? Oh, went down a little bit. This will probably break again going up. If not, I'll just buy more shares. But yeah, I think that's about it, guys. We had a really good week. Can't complain. Absolutely crushed it. I mean, sometimes you have to just say, look, we had a good week. We've had a good month. There's not much to do, after, sometimes you just have to close the shop and be like, I had a great week. I had a great month. It's just, we stuck to trending industries. We stuck to all of our game planning every night. Um, there's not much more to do. A lot of people have just kind of taken their profits for the day. So, but I still like those three that I mentioned earlier. AAOI, AEHR, and Intel all look really good for continuations, at least up until into next week. Also XLE and thoughts on A10. Hold on a second. What stock was I on? IWM. Okay. A10 doesn't look bad. I don't really have a good entry here, though. That's the problem. There's no entry here. This could come back down and then push back up, but it's not bad. I see why, but it got squeezed out. You guys see it? That was a squeeze. Got squeezed right out, got pushed up. But it's not going to go up in a straight line, or maybe it is, but I don't know. I don't have a great entry here. Um, KO, Coca-Cola. This looks good. It's a good dividend stock too. This could keep going. I like the entry here for Coca-Cola. This could keep going easily. It's a great entry, actually. Great buying pressure. Um, but yeah, I think that's going to be about it. I don't really. If you guys have any other questions or about anything, really easy to reach. Get back to everybody super fast. And yeah, I mean we'll continue to win next week. So last 2 months have been really good to us. I mean we also played all of the oil companies from the beginning of the year, and I think they're going to start coming back pretty soon. So I think Chevron's going to keep going here. We're set up to break out higher. I like the momentum is up. We have green volume. That's why I bought an XLE contract for this to keep going. So it all looks good. And then quantum will continue to go. Get it to IBM next week. So yeah. All right, guys. Have a good 3 day weekend if you're in the States or wherever you're from. And I will see you guys maybe over the weekend, but definitely next week. All right, take care. Bye bye.